Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Read and Run. So without any delay, let's get stuck right in with our first book. Our first book today is No Meat Athlete by Matt Frazier and Stephanie Romine. So Matt is the founder of the No Meat Athlete movement, and Stephanie is a journalist, a health coach, and a yoga teacher. This book has over 125 delicious vegan recipes in it. Everything from dressings to making your own spice blends, from your morning meals to your late night hearty dinners, with whole chapters on fuel and recovery, including homemade sports drinks for your workouts. That's particularly good for me because I spend a lot of money on sports drinks, and if there is any way of making a more natural, homemade, cheaper remedy, then I'm all up for that. I found chapter 1 and 2 particularly interesting as they give you a breakdown of plant-based nutrition and what to stock up on in your kitchen. There's also oil-free, gluten-free and soy-free options throughout, and chapter 10 focuses on meal planning, which is great for me because it's one of the things I'm absolutely useless at. So for me, this is definitely a buy. Next up, we have Relentless Forward Progress, a guide to running ultramarathons by Brian Powell. This book's author loved running so much that he actually gave up his job as an attorney to follow his passion of running. He's the creator and publisher of the trail and ultra running website irunfar.com and has notable achievements to his running resume, including 2 top 10 finishes at the Leadville 100 and 2 times winner of the under 30s group at Western States, which is fantastic. This book has everything you need to take you through your first ultra marathon, from training plans to nutrition, dealing with injury, environmental conditions, gearing up and race specifics. I found it to be a huge help in my training and can imagine that you'll find value in it even if you have run ultras before. So if you've just got into the world of ultra running, or even if you're a seasoned ultra runner, perhaps you'll find something useful in this book. I think it's a great purchase. I would buy. Next up, we have Wild Running, Britain's 200 Greatest Trail Runs by Jen and Sim Benson. I was looking for a book like this for a long time and finally stumbled across it. So if you like to travel in the UK and want to find a great trail run where you're going, this book is definitely for you. With 200 fantastic trail runs across the UK, this book details clear directions along with postcodes for starting points and maps. The book is split into regions, with each region mapped out separately. There's also a section at the start offering advice for the best trail runs to suit what you're looking for. There's also some really nice photography throughout. The authors are keen outdoor adventurers with many marathons, ultras and triathlons under their belts. They're route editors at Trail Running Magazine, columnists at Outdoor Fitness Magazine, and contribute to Runner's World, Trail and Country Walking magazines. I like that it's written by a couple who clearly have a passion for family and the outdoors. If you can relate to that, you can put your trust in this book and these routes. So for me, it's a definite buy. Next up, we have The Runner by Marcus Torby. So as a talented young runner, Marcus succumbed to the pressures of his coach and his home life looking after his MS-afflicted mother. This drove him to do something that most of us have probably thought about and leave the modern world behind and go live back to basics in the Swedish wilderness. This book has a lot of acclaim, but I really struggled to connect with it. It was like a mixture of Born to Run and Into the Wild, but I didn't find it anywhere near as gripping or engaging. My favourite chapters were the last 2, entitled Going Back and 10 Years Later. They were short, but I felt more poignant than the rest of the book and possibly summed up what I needed to know without investing time into the rest of the pages. At times it felt like reading a rather dull diary. Woke up, ate this, got cold, wet, went back to bed. Perhaps I'm missing something though, and as I know quite a few people have enjoyed this book, let me know what you thought down below in the comments. Perhaps I'll be convinced to read it again though. For now though, I would say I'll sit on the fence and borrow. Finally, we have Run or Die by Kilian Jornet. If you're into ultra running at all, then you probably don't need telling who Kilian Jornet is. A master of his art and the greatest of his generation, dare I say of all time, this self-written account of his life is both interesting and thought-provoking. Is it some of the best written work I've ever read? Definitely not, but it was engaging enough to give me an appreciation for how he came to be where he is today. If you get a chance, borrow this book, or if you follow me on Twitter, I'll be giving a brand new copy away this month, so look out for that. So that's it guys for this episode of Read and Run. I've got a ton more books squirreled away that I've got to read. As you can tell, I'm not the fastest reader in the world. If you have any thoughts on any of the books I've featured in today's episode. Do let me know in the comments down below if you agree, disagree, have I got it really wrong? Tell me if you've got any great books you think I should read, write it down below. And as I mentioned, do go onto Twitter. You can follow me at OneManUltra. I'm going to be doing a competition probably at the release of this video. So go ahead and follow me on there. Do leave a like, subscribe, share, always appreciate that. If you want to, that's fantastic. And until next time guys, stay healthy, be well, and I'll see you soon.